Alright, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a photo shoot with a GR86, a 2025. This is Ankit, and this is your GR86. When did you purchase this?
Bought this in January.
January?
This year.
Cool. And then tell me a little bit about the car.
Well, it's brand new. I've been wanting to take it to the free track day that comes with all these GR cars. I want to test it out. It's brand new, so I haven't really done much to it, but I'm waiting to see what I want to put on it until I do that track day.
Let's walk towards the car and
Sure.
we'll talk about it. I was going to grab some stuff out of the 286, but we'll do that here in a second. I'll grab my gear. Some of you guys know in the chat that I'm also a commercial photographer, automotive photographer. I like pretty much shooting anything JDM and some domestics. But this is a good example of what Toyota has put out the past couple of years, and they've slowly done the evolution of the GR86. I think this specific model has more horsepower, correct?
It has more horsepower than the GT86 that came before it. This has 230, the GT86 had 200.
200. So I noticed that you did add the spoiler. We talked about that before. This is pretty cool. I like this. I like the lines on it too.
Yeah.
Can we look at the interior?
Yeah.
We're gonna get a bunch of photos of everything, but this is really nice. I love the interior on these. Wow, this is sharp. 2025. Here, let me step around the other side. You can talk about it.
Sure.
I mean, you can. All right, there we go. Look at the creature comforts. Wow, nice. I even like the seats too.
Yeah. A lot of people talk about how low this is, but it's a lot more fun when the car is low. Everything feels faster.
Yeah,
When
center of
accelerating-
gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, the center of gravity is a little bit lower. So, like on most cars, like, I mean, my old 83 with stock suspension, it was like a boat until I lowered it and started doing. So definitely, this thing comes from the factory for lower center of gravity, and I'm pretty sure it corners. It's rear-wheel drive, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
a lot of
corners
creature
very well. When I was driving here, I took all the windy roads on purpose, zooming through there.
What's the gas mileage like on these?
This I can actually show you. Pretty good. So I'm averaging 29. It says it does 21 city, 30 highway. It's not true. The gas mileage is actually better than what they're saying it is,
Okay,
which is really nice.
cool. Can we pop the hood? I want to pop the trunk. I want to do a walk around, and then we're going to do some photos. I even like the front nose. This is a lot different than the prior model.
It's got the Subaru box range. Actually, if you take off any of these body panels on the car, you'll see that says Subaru on it.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is a Subaru.
It is a Subaru boxer motor, but I think this was co-designed with Toyota.
Yes.
So there's a lot of, basically each company had their hand in it. I know the Subaru BRC, it's got different trim, they're identical, they have a different trim package.
And
It's
the
the
front
aesthetics.
bumper's different.
Yeah, the aesthetics in the rear. It's just everything internally, everything else is the same except for a few key components. Oh, this is tight. You got the strut rails as well. Can we pop the trunk?
Yeah, I have a few things in there. I'll take them out.
So you do have plenty of space in there.
Yeah, there's lots of room.
Wow. Yeah, you can fit a body in there.
And really, it's a four-seater.
Yeah.
Can't really fit 4 people.
Maybe a midget or two.
Yeah.
That's about it. But that's great for insurance purposes.
Exactly. That's the only reason they do it, and that's what the dealership told me. But if you really want trunk space, you just fold the back seats down.
That's perfect. So
Yeah.
like if you're like a college student, you're moving out, and it's not a bad little vehicle. Checks all the boxes for insurance, space.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. It's easy accessible. Look at the battery; it's easy to get to. You don't have to like take off any panels to get to the battery. It's fairly
I've been told this was made for college students, and it was made to be easy to work on. That's
Cool.
the target audience. So.
well, awesome. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I've always been a fan of the GR86, even the old Torontos, like late '80s, '87, '88. But yeah, I've always been a Datsun guy, but I gotta respect the GR Corollas and then the GR86s.
Yeah.
Cool, let's get started on the photos. I'm gonna start setting up. We're gonna get some great shots today.
Okay.
All right. All right, so we're going through specifics about what lens I'm going to be using today. I'm probably going to start off with the 135, and then I might go to the 80 to 200. I'm going to shoot a low f-stop so I can get that nice bokeh effect. And you'll see the effects post the video shoot here. You'll see some cutaways here shortly of the final product. But while we're here, what brings you here today?
So I'm an advisor for a project at A&M. We're making a lunar rover for astronauts. The intention behind this is to compete in a NASA competition, and the rover is supposed to transport payloads, connect electrical wires, swap out sensors. It's supposed to do all of this stuff autonomously for astronauts. It's really cool, and all the research that we're doing, everything we're doing that goes into this is going to be presented at multiple engineering conferences. So trying to get some publicity for the College of Engineering and work on some cool stuff.
Cool, so there is some linkage here because I noticed you're in the cars, and so is most of the engineering department. As a matter of fact, the black 280Z parked in front of my apartment last night. Unfortunately, hail damage hit a lot of cars in our area. It didn't really affect my 280Z that much at the front lip maybe, but definitely the black one was affected. Hopefully it won't be too expensive, but if it is, hey, I know how much the parts cost to fix it. So, but yeah, it's cool that Texas A&M has such a good following, an automotive following, and you just graduated, right?
Yes, I graduated in December.
That's right. Okay, so we're gonna, it's kind of a cool backstory about engineers and their cars, and this is something that definitely an engineer would be into.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Any other plans, future plans with this car?
There's a few things I'm considering. For purely cosmetic mods, I'm not really a huge fan of that front grille, how it's like a perfect rectangle. There's a few body kits I'm looking into. The body kit that my wing came with, they have a pretty nice looking front bumper. As far as functional mods, you know, first thing a lot of GR86 owners do is put a turbocharger in.
Yep.
Considering getting a turbocharger. Other than that, I kind of like how this car is.
What about the shocks or any coilovers in the future?
Ooh, yeah, that's one of those things where I'll have to figure that out once I take it to the track.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
sway bars. I mean, it's already pretty stiff anyway, as it is, but maybe lowering the center of gravity a little bit. I don't know, it's just me. I was looking at one of these, the GR86s as well. Honestly, they have a pretty good sway bar kit, front and rear, and then coilovers. I know there's several companies that offer great aftermarket support, but yeah, good to know. All right, so I'll shut up and we'll start shooting here shortly. All right, we just got some great side profile shots. Now we're doing a 45. I was explaining the tenets of photography. What I'm trying to replicate in photography when I shoot is replicate what the human eye sees. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and hold out your thumb. If you're focusing on your thumb, then you know the background is supposed to be blurry. That's how we see things in normal life. What the average iPhone, Android user does is that actually the iPhone or the Android device is going to take the clearest picture possible. So they're going to shoot a higher f-stop, and just to make sure it gets everything in focus. Well, that's not how we see things in real life. What I try to do is shoot a lower f-stop intentionally to induce a background blur, or what we call bokeh. Bokeh is like the intentional distortion of an image. So you can actually, it's like my hand right here is in focus, that background should be blurred, right? So that's not how we see things in real life. I want to replicate that. An iPhone's always going to be clear foreground and clear background. If you shoot a low f-stop, you can force it to replicate what we see, which is beautiful. You don't want to focus on the homeless guy in the background digging in the garbage. You want to focus on the car and not what's in the background to distract you from your product. If you're doing advertising, marketing, you want to basically show emphasis on what sells, and you want to draw the viewer, the magazine, or the commercial onto the product you're selling. In this case, it's the car. So yeah, the good test is put your thumb out, focus on the thumb. This is how we should see things in real life. But when the picture is taken, see, now we switch focus, that's blurred, now that's in focus. This is a good representation of how we try to shoot intentionally for photography, for fashion, glamour, swimsuit, automotive. This is what I'm doing today, and I'm going step by step because I'm in teaching mode, obviously. But hey, we're gonna get some great results, and you'll see what I'm talking about later when we edit these.
Awesome.
All right, we're at the second location. We moved spots. This is the next shot. I'm gonna be shooting with an 85mm 1.4 with a polarizer. Probably gonna set it to 1.6. I want to induce that deep, beautiful bokeh. So we're gonna see some before and after shots. So yeah, College Station is a unique place. Bryan College Station. I mean, we got a train that just went by here. I had to delete that footage. It was just way too annoying and loud. But now everything's calmed down, and now we have the second shot. Still a gorgeous vehicle. I love the lines on this. We were just discussing about what he wanted to do. And what was it you were going to look into?
That front splitter. There's a front splitter I can show you. These lines here blend into that front splitter. Looks really nice.
There's the black one, and it may have some turnbuckles.
Yep.
I just love the lines of the car.
Definitely want wider rims. You can see back here, this is something we were actually just talking about. I want it to fill in this gap here.
Yeah.
This should blend in with that tire.
We were talking about a company called Fitment Industries. Alex Martini has his own YouTube channel, and he used to work for Fitment Industries, and their website's pretty self-explanatory. You just put in what you want and your type and model your car and go from there. So you may look at that later and go with some options.
Definitely. But
yeah.
Otherwise, I really like this.
Would you think about doing coilovers or shocks, springs? I mean,
yeah, I consider it, but that front splitter and the rims are definitely going to be the first things I do.
Yeah, I like the lines, and that spoiler looks really, really cool. I like it. It does add, it just kind of adds that finishing touch. I think the splitter, a black splitter, would just match that perfectly. Just that's my opinion. I love the car as it is, but adding those final touches would be kind of like
that front splitter will help because I like the red and black theme.
Yep.
So
I agree with you. What we could do is do a follow-up shoot after you do that.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. We're going to do some great photos this evening. We're going to wait for sunset, and we're going to do what's called a light painting shoot, where I'm going to basically dress in all black, and I'll show you what I like doing is light painting. So we're going to paint the car at a delayed exposure. I'm not trying to give away all the trade secrets, but it's going to be a pretty cool shoot. I think you guys will like the effects. So I'm kind of doing a how-to on automotive photography during daylight and nighttime and sunset. So you'll see the process. Anyways, we'll cut away. We'll see you back in a couple hours. All right, we're back, and we're waiting for sunset to finish this up. Basically, we took a little break, and now we're going to do a night shoot. So basically what we're doing is we're shooting a delayed exposure photo, and we're waiting for it to get a little bit darker, and then we're going to paint this beautiful car in beautiful light and see what the results look like. So yeah, after this we're going to go check out a place in downtown Bryan and then shoot a restaurant called Ronin. We're going to put this in the foreground. It's going to look pretty cool. Get it, Ronin? Anyways, so if y'all get it, write something in the chat. All right, here's the second to last shoot for tonight. We just did follow up this shoot right here. Just to give you an idea, this thing looks really cool when lit up and done properly. So we basically did a light painting shoot, and you'll see the effects here shortly. All right, here's the other shot we're doing today. We're gonna get some background bokeh. We're gonna have some beautiful orbs behind this car. So here's the setup, and you'll see the after effect here shortly. All right, this is the last shoot of the evening. We were gonna shoot at that one restaurant, but it was packed. So now, look at that. We got the moon right above. Yeah, this is gonna be a cool shot. Wait, we already did a couple shoots already. So wait to the final effect. Yeah, this is gonna be really, really sick. All right, like and subscribe. more coming up next week for another shoot. We're going to shoot the 280ZX, and once I get the spoiler installed, then go from there. All right, have a good one. Like and subscribe.